I know you all aren't exactly enthusiastic about this mission.
I didn't realize I had a choice.
Were you aware that you will be coming back to this franchise after Peacemaker and after Suicide Squad, that there will be a next chapter for your character?
No, I'm always surprised to find out there's more. I thought when we were doing the Suicide Squad that was going to be it for John Economos. I was honestly putting all my money on coming back as King Shark and I did the motion capture for King Shark. So I thought I was going to have a long run doing King Shark over and over, but it's been the exact opposite. We spun off and did Peacemaker. And, last year, James said I wrote an animated series and we have a John Economos part in it. So he keeps on going, which I love.
I just realized it's your fourth time because you were in Shazam as well.
I was in the end credits, the last Shazam movie. Yeah.
Nice.
John Economos. You can't kill him, man. That's also the of him being just a regular human. There's not as big of a worry of him getting killed. I say that now, but
yeah, because he'd be a really good sympathetic death. People would be angry.
Yeah,
that's not a bad. It's not always.
Alan, for you, how was it to be a part of this crazy universe of different species and shaped people?
It was great. When I first saw who all was in it, as far as just the characters, I didn't understand how it might all fit together. But that's the same experience I had with Guardians of the Galaxy, which James Gunn did. And where I first saw it was like, how do you make sense of this tree guy and the raccoon, who's actually not a raccoon? It didn't make sense to me. I didn't know any of those characters, and that's how this one felt. With the fish lady, there's a fish lady
Nina.
named Nina, and there's a couple of Frankensteins, and then I looked like just an on fire skeleton. I didn't understand, and once I read it, they were so good. The scripts were so good, so moving and funny. I was thrilled and very excited to play it because it had the characters are very full and in a two-dimensional medium, it's easy to become two-dimensional, and James gave it a lot of depth.
Yeah.
I love your character because he's very comedic in the way that he communicates. I think sarcasm is his hidden weapon, except of the X-ray and everything.
Yeah, it's a classic, the sarcastic villain. It's a good role to have.
That's the topic I want to talk to you about, actually, both of you, because are they villains, really? Because this show and also Suicide Squad show that not always the villain is something that we understand as a typical villain. Sometimes they are just people misunderstood. They try to do something good, but it was wrongly interpreted by everyone.
Well, you're a good guy, typically.
John Economos, 100% good. I don't want to say no flaws because he's kind of an idiot, but there's a very blurry line between good and bad in this universe, and as people watch these episodes when they come out, that line becomes more and more blurry instead of more and more sharp and, definite bad, definite good. It just gets even more, the characters become more sympathetic and more relatable.
My character doesn't have any compunction. He'll kill you. So in that way, he's bad. And he'll kill you with fire, nuclear fire, radiation. He'll kill you dead.
And that goes against one of God's commandments. So
yeah, he doesn't pay attention to any of those, especially that mule coveting. He's way into that. Coveting your neighbor's mule.
Yeah.
But I think especially once you get into the series and you see the origins of these characters, you have sympathy for how they ended up where they are and can maybe relate to some of their underlying faults, but they're faults all the same. They'll kill you dead.
I want to ask you, because this show showed us that the characters are coming back in real-time movies, in animation. Is it a possibility to see your character further in the line of this new DC universe, not in the animation, but in the real let's call it flesh?
I hope so.
I like the way you think. Let's do that. Yes. Yes.
I would say it's not impossible. I haven't heard one thing or another, but if someone could pull that off, it would be James. I mean, he made Guardians of the Galaxy a comic book into a live action show with a talking raccoon and a tree. So
And a tree that only says 3 words.
yeah. So if anyone could make this show live action down the line, it would be James. So I would never count it out.
And remember that those 3 words give Van Diesel lots of money during those years. So, and Steven, also I want to ask you, because we know that you're coming back in Peacemaker the season 2. So, is there anything you can tell us about the new installment of this franchise?
I can tell you we're shooting it right now. We're almost done shooting season 2. I have a beard in season 2. As you can see, it's not gray, so it's probably dyed in season 2. I can tell you there's going to be a new opening dance number.
Really?
And you know who choreographed it?
Who?
His wife.
My wife. Yes.
Really?
Yes. She was a choreographer. She was hired, for season 1 before James knew that Carissa and I were intimate with one another. And unfortunately, this season, Carissa had me in season 1 doing John Cena in the rehearsals.
Yeah.
I was the
stand-in.
I was the stand-in, and so as long as I could do the moves, they figured actors could do it. All the actors could do it. I was the low bar that everybody had to step over. And this season, I haven't been able to work on it as much because of.
That's how I met Alan in person when we were rehearsing for the season 1 dance number.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me that the job in Creature Commando were get for you by your love?
My wife got me some work. She'll throw me a bone every once in a while.